Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pastime Mysteries. Today's episode takes place in 1990, Iowa. Sidney Johnston, a retired Navy soldier, went missing without a trace during that January. Follow us as we unravel this rather bizarre and spooky case. Sid Johnston was born on December 11th, 1942 in Davenport, Iowa. He graduated from high school and served in the Navy before working as a machine operator for Case IH. Sid, according to family members, was somewhat of a, quote, loner. He kept to himself, was frugal, and rarely entertained guests. Although Sid was close to his siblings, and when the Johnston kids' father died, Sidney, at 17, became the father figure to his 5 siblings. Sid's neighbors also reported that they used to watch him jog around the neighborhood or do yard work. But in the summer of 1989, he abruptly stopped spending as much time outside. What's even more strange, a young man and woman started paying frequent visits to his house, particularly on Fridays. A few months into the visits, neighbors started to hear loud arguments coming from Sid's house. 2 weeks before his disappearance, Sid's workplace experienced several emergency phone calls which were very unusual. On January 22nd, the day of his disappearance, Sid was present at work, and a waitress from one of his usual eating spots claimed to have seen him. According to her, he was, quote, visibly upset. Later that day, Sid's maroon 1984 Ford Thunderbird disappeared with him and has never been found. Police searched his home and found holes punched in the walls, vomit stains on the bed sheets, a random door, and also a stack of unpaid bills and notices that indicated Sid might have been in financial trouble, which was unheard of according to his siblings. Police identified the man and woman, who then passed polygraph examinations. The man testified to the fact that he knew Sid and that Sid had given him an enormous amount of money, but the woman claimed that Sid was unknown to her. They were never arrested or charged for Sid's disappearance. This situation raises clear suspicions of foul play. Sid's family found out after he vanished that he had recently donated close to $30,000, which in today's money is about $71,000. This was worrying because he was usually very frugal with his money. In addition, Sid was supposed to appear in court on January 23rd, the day after his disappearance, for unauthorized use of a bank identity card, but never showed up. While searching this case, I came across this interesting theory. Sid was the target of blackmail. The two people were con artists. The man would pose as gay to attract men at bars and try to build a connection. The woman would hide and take pictures while the unsuspecting gay man was having, or about to have, intimate relations with the con artist. They would then use these images as a kind of blackmail, threatening to expose the victim to their friends, family, employer, and other contacts, potentially having a significant negative impact on their life, unless they received money and continued to receive money whenever they wanted it. Maybe Sid experienced this. He became even more withdrawn, already something of a loner. Usually cheap, he abruptly began donating his money, incurred debt, couldn't cover his expenses, seemed distressed, and was pleading with family members for money. Strange calls were arriving at work, which could have been the blackmailers getting more brazen and harassing him at work. That also could have been what the arguments that the neighbors reported hearing at Sid's house were. Then, an argument went too far one evening. Sid was taken down by the couple after a struggle that left evidence of it in Sid's house, and when they placed him in his car, he was either dead or unconscious, and suffering from severe injuries or death. One of them left in Sid's car while he was inside, and the other left in the vehicle the couple had arrived in. Then, Sid might have been buried in a secluded spot, and his car might have been hidden or disposed of. When questioning the man and woman, no hard proof was found connecting them to Sid's disappearance. They could have been telling part of the truth, like Sid was in debt and they were helping him out, which was true. Or simply that they knew Sid, which is also true, with the male and female leads fizzling out. That leaves us today. Sid disappeared that winter of 1990, along with his car, never to be seen again. What do you guys think happened to Sid? My initial thoughts were conflicted, because if he vanished with his car, couldn't he have started a new life? Or maybe he was trying to run from these people. I guess we may never know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Pastime Mysteries. Thank you guys for watching, and of course my condolences go out to Sid's family. Until next,